Welcome to the Old Horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes and one of the great settings in all of college football. Boy, the scarlet and gray already rocking this house. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Buckeyes will put toe to leather and will get started. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Michigan Wolverines offense will have the first possession of the game. Stakes are always high in the game. Careers are made and lost because of it, and they'll have to manage their emotions, guys.
Some games in college football just mean more. When you think about Ohio State and Michigan, you think about not just Big Ten implications, national title implications, Heisman Trophy implications. Late in the year, David, this is just must-watch TV.
Must-watch TV. Two of the winningest programs in college football history. This game, I tell you what, recent years has really brought back the tradition and been so much more competitive now that Michigan's also getting some wins.
And the Wolverines racing to the line in the hurry-up. He'll keep it himself. Still running at the 40. Can anyone catch him? He's at the 20. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan!
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise. On the opening drive, nice execution. They score the touchdown. That was big time.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish. A 70-yard run to the end zone. Coming out with it, it's Gore. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And you want to talk about dudes who can bring the heat off the edge, David? Both of these teams have somebody that can do just that.
Man, so much fun. They get off the rock and they get in the backfield and get to quarterbacks. Make them feel uncomfortable, get them to the ground. These guys change the way offenses are playing the game.
These offensive coordinators better help out their quarterback. These guys need to be double-teamed with tight ends and running backs. You let these guys go one-on-one, you're asking to get sacked.
Back open in the middle. And the defense drags him down. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. The offense in its own end still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. Try to get it on the ground. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll give it to the back. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
part of that Midwest lifestyle. But when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a high level. You're going to get great offensive linemen, great running backs. So it's not a surprise that they're usually a physical unit.
The give to the tailback. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Last time these two met, Ohio State didn't just fight that team across the field. They pretty much knocked them out, stomping Michigan.
Yeah, it was a heavyweight knockout, too. They were throwing haymakers right from the opening bell. We know that Ohio State recruits at such a high caliber, and they're consistently pumping guys into the NFL. First-round talent as well. Last year's game, all of their best players, they showed up big.
And Michigan had no answer, and now does Michigan have an answer this year? Because it's another talented Buckeye team. Every year you're going to...
And that pass picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Well, this quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on third down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage call to get the INT.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. The play-action fake. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Fires into traffic, and it's picked off. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return to that small change. They take over at the 43.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
At the 20, he's got space. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal. And the Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he tacks on the extra point. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Harbor. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
He's going to pass on second down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. They're bringing heat. Hit as he throws. Oh, picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and going up top. It's complete, and he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Ohio State.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll start this drive with a pass. He lost one down the sideline. And he makes the catch at the 25. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Comes out throwing on first down. Makes the catch. It's Harbor. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to fire on second down. Got it! There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Looking to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. They'll give it another shot on second and goal from the 4. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. So loud it's rattling your fillings on third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. Fourth and goal from the 2. Can they finish this drive? Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Oh, he missed it. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. First down for this offense.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Looking to throw on second down. On the move at the 30. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. It's first and 10 from the 31. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. The Buckeyes want to move quickly. Looking to move it through the air. Out of the backfield, he's open. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I mean, I can go back to 2006 when they were 1-2 in the country. You know, like, these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that embrace the sidelines in this rivalry. Bo Schembechler at Michigan and Woody Hayes at Ohio State. And it's amazing, in a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry doesn't even have one.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
And the Buckeyes line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Makes the grab. They will score. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. Still on his feet at the 45. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the chains for the 1st down. He's going to pass. Moves away as he feels pressure. He's going to take off. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. And after the huge scramble, he slides and gets down. Terrific run to get out of trouble. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Harbor. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Scrambling away. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum going into the half. Cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
The Buckeyes have a first down. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. Trying to find his man on first down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. He's now up to 70 yards on the ground as he gets closer and closer to that magical 1,000-yard mark for the season. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. He caught it, and he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Ohio State. He's no stranger to the end zone. His 50th career touchdown grab.
Doesn't matter who's calling plays. Doesn't matter who the quarterback is. You throw this guy's direction if you want to win games. He is a difference maker. He's one of the best in the nation. 50 touchdown catches is incredible.
It's just incredible production and just sustained production consistently week in and week out in the lineup. You know, you're going to throw him the football. You know exactly what you're going to get. What an unbelievable number to hit.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? The give is to Williams. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Wolverines will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. And the Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. He's got his man. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Man coverage is a bad idea against this guy. The Buckeyes always seem to have somebody that you can't handle one-on-one. Remember that great game Joey Galloway had against Michigan State in '93?
Joey Galloway, one of the most overrated Ohio State receivers that I've ever seen and personally ever worked with. But no, just speed, just big guys, great offensive designed around guys that are game breakers out wide that really stretch the heck out of your defense.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Give to the running back. Tackled, but he has a first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
The back goes in motion. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And it's caught! Touchdown, Buckeyes! A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we could go down that category. We're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again.
The quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Knocked down at the 31 after a gain of 5. And the Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Defense dropping into soft coverage. Lost one deep down the right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Looking for a block. It's Gore. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Going to try to get it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Going to the ground. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Now facing a 3rd and long. He's looking to pass. Got it set up on the outside. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They go to the ground. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. With the catch, it's Harbor. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Fielded in the end zone. It's Abraham. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
1st down here for the offense. Buying some time. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect their quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
He's going for it all. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Off he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the stomping has commenced. Ohio State is dotting Michigan's eye as the Buckeyes are firmly in control.
And Ohio State, they've let a few get away from their rival in Michigan, and they're trying to get that back. So they came into this one with a chip on their shoulder. They're not always used to being in that position when they play against Michigan. But, David, in the second half here, it's all Buckeyes.
Yeah, and you got to be physical. When you play the Wolverines, you know the type of brand that they play. Ohio State has matched that physicality. They have been ready. They were ready for the game, and they've handled business.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Right down the middle. Got him downfield. Afterburner's coming. And they'll move the chains with the 1st down, but that might be it for the 3rd quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. The give is to Williams. Oh, what a move. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. And the Wolverines look to keep this drive humming. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Going to work in the red zone. They can pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Running back goes in motion. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. He makes a grab. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. And he will score! Touchdown, Michigan! He'll try to tack on one more. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. So an 82-yard drive there. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
Well, sometimes you just got to be lucky, and that time the ball bounced the right way for the kicking team. They were able to recover their own onside kick, and they've got possession.
Got a man, it's Harbor. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. The Wolverines moving quickly to the line. On second down, he's looking downfield. Caught over the middle. It's Harbor. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. They get to the line quickly.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. On second down, looking to throw. He's got his man. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take two plays to get the first. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback extends the play. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Going up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. He makes a catch. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the beatdown has ensued. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Looking to go up top on first down. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Yeah, and they get him again. This is a offense that you expect them to protect their guy. I mean, he is a dude that you know if you give him time, he's going to make plays. But this defense is making sure he's not getting that time.
A big play for the defense with the first down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on second down. Snagged in the middle. It's Harbor. And he's down after making the catch, but did not reach the line to gain.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. And, Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
And here comes the offense on second down.
3:25.
He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field.
Fires the pass, intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. And the Wolverines have pushed it inside the 20. He wants to pass it on second down. They're trying to get to him. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
The Wolverines trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. He wants to throw. He's got it and still on his feet. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Now on second and goal. He's looking to throw. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And he's in for his 3rd rushing touchdown. You college fantasy football players, that is what you want to see. +6, +6, +6. Let's go.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and lets it fly deep downfield. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the route is on.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Pulls it in. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. They'll throw it on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. And the Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together.
And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Offense getting set for first down. He's going to pass. Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets him 30-plus. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. He'll come out throwing on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And the extra point is good. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. He'll bring it out. It's Harbor. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day offense.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Pocket starts to collapse. And down he goes, and that's going to do it. Didn't have much of a chance there, and the defense puts an exclamation point on this. The wins keep piling up, and the stakes get higher along with it as this squad remains unbeaten on the season.
Stakes get higher, the pressure starts to mount, those rivalry games come up late in the season a lot of times for people. So this team has been really dominant throughout the season. Jesse, they got a little bit more to go, can't get too high just yet.
Yeah, so how much more do they have left in the tank? We know this season has taken a toll on them, even though they've looked really good at times. A couple guys have been dinged up. Mentally, emotionally, physically, they're exhausted. Do they have enough left in the tank to finish this thing out undefeated?
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.